Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and I don't usually do ABX videos, but I wanted to do one today in particular because this is the changing of the guard. I've been playing Captain Marvel in Extreme Alliance Battle, ABX, for over 2 years. That's right, she has been the perennial all-star for female Universal Hero since March of 2019 when Captain Marvel the movie came out, and Captain Marvel got this uniform and then, well, got another uniform, got her tier 3, and then got another uniform a month later with Endgame. So anyways, I've been playing Carol for a long time. A long time. And since then, we've gotten some upgrades to ABX. You know, they've added the Burn Month and the Paralysis Month. And we've also got some upgrades to Carol herself. She can score more now because of Medusa's leadership providing more, and then also because of Phyla-Vell as a support buff. Now, as you see here, I actually have to switch to Medusa in order to cancel the Frost Beast's roar, and that's the main mechanic of ABX for those of you that are unfamiliar. And you might be unfamiliar with ABX mechanics because honestly, this is one of the least rewarding game modes when you compare it to the amount of investment you need to make into the characters, right? Giving them CTPs of energy and rage and judgment and mighty and brilliant, Odin's blessings out the wazoo, etc., etc. Sometimes these characters change their you know, sometimes the best character changes just a few months later, right? So you have to replace that character with another character because they fit the same profile. But anyways, the whole point of this video is because we do have someone new that fits the profile, and that's Scarlet Witch. Now, I'm showing you guys this run here with Carol so you can appreciate the difference in score between Carol and Scarlet Witch, and you can also appreciate the difference in difficulty and cost. Because although Scarlet Witch is a lot more expensive than Captain Marvel, of course, she's doubled the CCF cost, 1,600 versus 800. You also have to get Medusa, and then you have to use you have to use Medusa to paralyze. You have to use Medusa to burn. It's only on the Silence Month, which is literally once every 3 months, that you can actually use Carol to her full potential, because Carol can silence. Carol has neither, despite all this energy damage, none of it releases any sort of burn or paralysis. Now, kind of wasted her tier 3 there. This is not the best run ever, but it'll be a fair comparison because I've had 2 years of practice with Captain Marvel in ABX. I've had 0 days. I've had 0 minutes of practice with Scarlet Witch. So the run I'm going to show you guys with Scarlet Witch in about 30 seconds here is going to be done without any practice whatsoever. But Carol does pretty well. But I'm gonna make the argument that not only does Scarlet Witch do better, but she's a cheaper investment overall, since you don't have to worry about Medusa at all. You don't have to worry about transcending Medusa. And you also can use the same character and thus the same rotation and the same build for all 3 months. So that was just over 6 million. That was 6,334,000. Keep in mind that Pierce doesn't actually help you for the first 7 million points that you score in ABX. All attack, energy attack, physical attack, I mean, whatever applies to the character, crit rate, crit damage, all those stats do help. But I score basically the same with Carol that I did before I got Pierce as I do now with Pierce. Obviously, there's a little bit of a difference in score since my all attack went up from 55 to like 85%, so it went up about 30%. But I didn't see that big of a score jump. Whereas, you know, you have 0 Pierce and you can do stage 9 of Null, and you have 10% Pierce and you can do stage 20 of Null. You literally double the stages that you can do against Null or Mephisto. And you also see similar increases in squad battle, where I was previously scoring about 7 million with Ghost Rider, and I can score close to 9 million now when I actually do play with Ghost Rider. So yeah, ABX doesn't actually get affected much by Pierce, which is why I think this comparison is going to be good. Another reason to do this comparison in a really interesting way is their builds. So Scarlet Witch currently is rocking 2 Odin's Blessings. She's got some 5-star Uru, good for her. She's got a stage 11 Power of Angry Hulk, and then she's got a CTP of Judgment, not a Rage. Now, we'll have to wait and see if Rage is actually better for ABX. I think it'll be about the same, but it doesn't matter, because I think it's going to be better than CM regardless. And then she's got the Mythic Uniform. CM, Captain Marvel, on the other hand, has a Rage. She's got a Mythic Uniform as well. She's got a stage 12 Power of Angry Hulk. And then she's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 Odin's Blessings. 9! Including 3 Magic Odin's Blessings, which are by far the best because it gives you the double energy attack stat. I cannot wait to rip these Odin's Blessings off of her like Thanos did to Vision and put them on Scarlet Witch, which is actually kind of poetic. But yeah, so Captain Marvel definitely has a huge advantage in the build department when you're comparing my two builds. However, as you're about to see, Scarlet Witch pretty much collapsed. Now, the really nice thing about Scarlet Witch, like I said, is she has all three. She has paralysis, she has burn, she has silence. So you don't have to worry about that at all. So we're actually just going to set up this team here. We're going to do the same team in the sense that we're going to use the universal female teams. I know some of you guys are jumping already to the comments saying, Alex, you can use anyone on this day. Why didn't you use Nick Fury and Coulson? Because I'm trying to simulate the restrictions that are going to be, in the game or in this day in about 8 days, right? Simulate the universal female hero restrictions. So you definitely want Phyla-Vell for the support. Scarlet Witch is going to give herself a 45% energy attack lead, and then Medusa is going to bump that. Oh no, it's actually exactly the same. So what we can actually do is instead we can look for a third character here that is going to give me some sort of team up bonus, some universal female character that provides a team up bonus. So give me a second to go through them all, and then I'll come back and show you guys what it's like. Okay, so funny enough, it turns out that Captain Marvel is the best support. There's only 2 team up bonuses that you can take advantage of with universal female heroes. You have Quasar, which gives a crit damage or a crit rate recovery buff to Wanda, and then you have Captain Marvel, who's going to give you an energy attack dodge buff because of the team up with Phyla-Vell. So you don't actually have to have Captain Marvel at tier 3 for this to work, but this would be the ideal team for Scarlet Witch with a tier 2 Phyla-Vell and a tier 2 Captain Marvel. She doesn't even need the uniform. So now let's see how Wanda does. I don't really have a set ABX rotation for her. Keep in mind that ABX rotations can actually differ a little bit between characters depending on how the Frost Beast works, how you clear mobs, and that can actually be quite different than World Boss and World Boss Legend rotations. But we're gonna see here what we can do about her damage to try to maximize it, maxim off her damage. I'm sorry. We're gonna do this, we're gonna do this. We're gonna wait for the 4, and then we're gonna land on the 3. I don't want to cancel the 3 early, but yeah, I can already sort of tell her damage is way, way, way higher than Captain Marvel's. And the marvelous part about it is that I'm not gonna have to switch to Medusa, because you actually lose a lot of score while you're switching, right? So we're gonna wait here for this. She has burn on a bunch of different skills. So yeah, we don't have to worry about having issue canceling. Okay, yeah, my battery's dying. It's okay, don't worry. We have more than enough time to make this work. Isn't that right, Wanda? We're gonna do 4, we're gonna do this, we're gonna do that, so we can pop the tier 3. As soon as she lands, we can start the accumulation. It's a lot of spamming. I'm basically just spamming skills as soon as they're ready to go. The only skill I'm really paying attention to as far as maybe waiting a little bit longer. Oh, I missed all the butterflies there. But yeah, you see that? She cancels right away. Don't have to worry about switching at all. Really nice stuff. Already at 5 million here. Oh, her 2 skill charges her tier 3 a lot. Wow, it's like 8% added on her 2 skill. Interesting. Okay. Yeah, here we do want to do that. Nice. Okay. Oh, that was really weird. I actually had to cancel the 3 into 1 because she almost didn't silence. But yeah, we're already a million points ahead. And this is using a judgment instead of a rage. I imagine a rage might actually be better. Could be wrong, though. And I imagine actually learning her rotation instead of just spamming could be better, too. Call me crazy. Oh, he jumped really far away. So there you go. So we got more than 1 million points higher on my very first try playing the character with just a complete spam rotation without much attention being paid to you know, the optimal rotation. We're actually more than 1 million points. We were 1.3 million ahead, and I've seen similar scores by other ABX players, 1 million, 2 million points higher than Captain Marvel. So yeah, she's basically just going to eclipse her with a worse build, with clearly a worse build, right? 2 Odin's Blessings versus 9, a Judgment versus a Rage. Judgment and Rage are kind of weird for ABX. Some characters are just better with a Rage than a Judgment, like Luna, just like obviously better with a Rage for ABX. But then some characters can actually be better with a Judgment than a Rage for ABX, like Apocalypse. It's kind of weird. So we'll have to do more testing to really figure that out. But yeah, that 9.7 million I actually got with Mephisto. That's a different story altogether, because he took advantage of multiple team-ups, right? Ghost Panther, Valkyrie. I can push this score up even higher than 7.6 million if I take advantage of Coulson, if I take advantage of Nick Fury or White Fox or anything like that. But yeah, really good stuff from Scarlet Witch. And so if you're the type of player that likes ABX, or if you're the type of player that maybe is not competitive in ABX, but at least you want to get some of those milestones, like you want to always hit the 5 million milestone to get the card, right? The 4 to 6 star card. Because some of the milestones in ABX are good. You know, the Uru milestone at 7 million is not very good, but the comic card at 5 million is really good, and some of the other gold milestones every day are good. You know, getting an extra 4 to 6 star card every single day will add up over time for sure. So for those of you that want to do that, rather than having to tier 3 Captain Marvel and transcend Medusa and buy both uniforms, you might not need to buy Medusa's. Well, you need to buy Medusa's uniform for the leadership buff, but you may not need to buy Medusa's uniform if you are just using her for the burn, because I think she has the burn regardless on her awakening skill. But yeah, rather than doing that, you could just invest in Scarlet Witch. You're going to get a higher score with less of a build, and you're going to be able to do it for all 3 months. Whereas, you know, Captain Marvel has to silence for 1 month, but then for the other 2 months, you have to learn this swap rotation with Medusa, which can be kind of annoying, kind of sloppy, and is not as effective as just playing the character through for the full 3 minutes. I like switch play sometimes, but I really like Scarlet Witch's animations, and I just love having another reason to use her in a way that's very effective. So now it's basically been confirmed that she's best in slot for Universal Female Hero. That definitely adds to her value. We'll see how much higher she can go once I slap on some Odin's Blessings. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think, and I will see you in the next one. Take care.